It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It is December the 8th. Very glad to be with you as we process the most astonishing weekend in football history. I'm very excited to be alongside Paul Fletcher.
And you know what? I'm just happy to be here. My life flashed before my eyes on 694 on the way in today. Vehicle in front of me veered over into the next lane. I swear to God, his side mirror had to have touched the semi next to him for a good 3 seconds. I thought for sure I was a goner.
Very glad to hear that you're not, my friend.
It was terrifying watching that. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway, it was nuts to witness with my own eyes.
Well, now we're all feeling a little bit of the adrenaline surge. Glad
That's right.
Everything's okay. Ryder?
Oh, no. Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
Say that when okay.
It's precisely how it felt.
Yeah, boy.
It's crazy to watch, man.
Well, see, that's great. I'm retroactively terrified and relieved. It's already been a roller coaster, and we're 1 minute in. Thank you for that, Paul.
Yeah.
Sure.
Steve, you're in Chicago. You didn't have to drive in anywhere this morning, right?
I did not have to drive in.
How were the weekend shows?
The weekend shows were top-notch, and I say that just based on the comments from the people. I mean,
Okay.
I enjoyed them. We enjoyed them. But apparently so did everybody else. And one more to go tomorrow night in Chicago. Looking very forward to it.
Yeah.
Got in yesterday. Crazy travel day. Little bit of a delay, by which I mean a long delay. And then just the capper, just to top it all off, a flight from LaGuardia in New York City to Chicago O'Hare. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-hour wheels up to wheels down flight, followed by, I'm not exaggerating, 42-minute taxi.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Not taxi cab. The airplane was on the ground moving for 42 minutes before we got to the gate.
Good Lord.
I timed it. It was extraordinary. And the pilot said, if you're new to LaGuardia, if you're new to O'Hare, the taxi's going to be a little longer than you might expect. And then we were around the 20-minute mark, and the guy literally came on and said, "Well, folks, we're about halfway there." And everyone in the plane was like laughing, like what? Man. It was the craziest thing ever. All good. Shows were great. Crowds enjoyed it. Very much looking forward to tomorrow night. But that said, I'm also feeling Minnesota. So let's get to it. Give me some headlines, Paul.
All right. The first week in December is the coldest start to the month in 20 years. It's also the most snowpack we've had for the first week of December since 1991. We all wanted it, and we're getting it.
Okay.
We haven't necessarily had an incredible amount of snow. It's just added up and stuck around because of the well below normal temps. Apparently, there's been a disruption to the polar vortex, giving us the snow and temps, and we could see another round of cold air and snow mid-month, so like a week from now.
Okie dokie.
Man, those ski hills are looking out. Like it's been a real bad couple of years for them trying to make snow and it being way too warm, but I feel good about it this year.
Yeah, hopefully people are out there taking advantage. Excavation is underway in Montana on what could be the largest T-Rex ever discovered. It all started when Trent Stanton was out hunting earlier this year and came across a large bone sticking out of the ground. Stanton called his cousin Clayton Phipps, a rancher and fossil hunter who has become known as the Dinosaur Cowboy,
Friendly reminder, you are not a horse.
who came and he checked out the discovery. Phipps says one of the teeth they dug up is 15 inches long, breaking the previous record of 12 inches. It'll obviously take a while to dig this thing up and find out if it is indeed the largest ever found.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
right?
I've seen Sue, the T-Rex. Steve, she's in Chicago. She's at like one of their fancy pants museums, and she was massive. I can't imagine anything bigger.
All right. I guess I got a date with Sue this afternoon.
That sounds like it's very cool.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
Yep.
Go see Sue. 10 years ago yesterday, David Bowie made his final public appearance just 1 month before his death at the age of 69. On December 7th, 2015, Bowie attended the premiere of Lazarus, an off-Broadway play based on his character in The Man Who Fell to Earth. Bowie called the project My Dream. He would pass away just over a month later, January 10th, 2016, 2 days after the release of his final album, Black Star.
Boy, he went out on a high. That's a hell of a record.
1,000%.
Yeah.
If you are into Lego, there's an event coming just for you. The Minnesota Brick Convention will take place April 11th and 12th, 2026 at the Eagan Civic Center. Professional Lego artists will come from around the U.S. to display their creations, as well as cast members of the Lego Masters TV show.
Okay, when I was a kid, if you said professional Lego artist, you would have been laughed out of the room. But okay.
Yeah, tickets available now. Some warmer than usual days in December along the coast of Florida have brought some alligators around.
Get on the leg, Everybody get on the leg. I need someone on that leg right there. Yo, pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Hold on. Tight. I got the tail. Hold tight. Up. Push, shove. Get in the air.
That's the sound of 7 Sarasota deputies capturing a 600-pound, 14-foot-long gator that was apparently terrorizing a a
Well, of course, just by existing, it's freaking terrorizing a neighborhood. Yeah. This sucker's huge.
600 pounds. Good
Jeez.
God almighty. Yeah, not a fan of reptiles generally, you know what I mean? But especially the ones with teeth like that and those jaws. Woo, look out.
Well, usually when we've got some video or some sound of like people running into a gator, this thing's like, 4 or 5 feet, maybe not even 100 pounds. It's still scary because it's like pure muscle. But this sucker is enormous.
Yeah, 14 feet. I mean, triple the size of the ones we usually
That's like a canoe-sized, large canoe-sized alligator.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your dog.
We had some good movie talk with Brian Eggert last week, and a few movies discussed scooped a ton of nominations. Sinners leads the 2026 Critics' Choice Award film nominations with 17 nominations, just one short of Barbie's record 18 2 years ago. One Battle After Another got 14, and Hamnet received 11.
Okay, I just can't get over the word Hamnet. It just bothers me
drives me nuts.
much. Just anything but Hamnet.
I've been avoiding the movie just because of the title.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Really? Not because it's about a kid dies?
No, just because the title's just weird.
It's called Hamnet.
It's like, what? I can't get, it's hard to even say. One Battle After Another, absolutely worth seeing, as in Sinners. The San Diego Zoo is reporting the passing of its beloved Galapagos tortoise.
No way.
Well, how old was the sucker?
Grandma was born somewhere around 1884. Grandma saw 20 presidents, 2 world wars, and 2 pandemics. She had ongoing bone conditions, and the zoo had to make the difficult call to relieve her suffering. She was 141 years old. The zoo says if you want to celebrate Grandma, eat some fruit salad. That was her favorite.
Yeah.
Fruit salad.
I wonder if she was Grandma right out of the shell. I wonder if she was Grandma right out of the shell.
Oh, sure, had to be. Yeah, she was an old soul. Really, back in like 1890, they were like, she's got an old look to her.
Right.
The NHL's return to the Winter Olympics in Milan has hit a snag. The Santa La Giulia, I think is how they say it over there, arena. It's a 16,000-seat venue scheduled to host 33 hockey games for the Olympics. It's still under construction, and now it's been discovered that the rink is 3 feet shorter and just barely wider than NHL regulations. The NHL Players Association is worried because the possibility of injuries due to it being shorter in length with really fast and really strong players out on the ice with less room to work.
This is the least surprising story of the year because if anybody can muck up something as basic as the size of a hockey rink, it's the International Olympic Committee. Grifters are us.
It's astonishing to me. I mean, it's like, get a tape measure out. It's not this, that shouldn't be this difficult. And it does, you might think like 3 feet sounds like nothing. In the game of hockey, that is 3 miles. I mean, it's a ton of space taken away.
I kid you not. 3 feet would make a difference on an NBA court, and they're going a third of the speed. You know what I mean? Like that makes a difference for people who make their living on a set sized
parameters.
And so this is insane. This is par for the course for the Olympics. Any corner that can be cut, anything they can do to just not pay attention to the details and to fleece the host city for all the money, they're good at that. That's how they roll.
I'm really curious to see though if the NHL is going to dig in on this or not, because this is a major issue.
They really need to get digging. So the Olympics start when? Like soon.
Like
it's amazing. Yeah, like next
middle
month,
of February. Yeah.
2 months from now. Hey, 2 months from now, someone finally took a tape measure out. Incredible. Let's talk sports. Okay. A week ago, after the Seattle Seahawks dispatched the Vikings 26-0. If I had said to you, oh, by the way, that whole shutout thing, we're gonna whoopsie-daisy, topsy-turvy that, and we'll beat Washington, we'll shut them out, you would have laughed, and we would have all said, well, that's not even remotely possible. How about 31-0 at US Bank Stadium yesterday? Now, again, granted, now the Washington Commanders are well out of playoff contention. They've had an incredibly disappointing year. You could say even more disappointing than the Vikings, as their quarterback has already shown himself to be pretty special. Yeah. They're 3-10 now, but still, it's an NFL team. They're playing for their next contracts, and man, we just ran up and down and all over them for the entire game. Mr. 9 himself, J.J. McCarthy, 16 of 23, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he hit 8 different receivers. It was an astonishing thing to see. Like, what am I watching? Sitting at the airport with the Golden Smog guys, so a bunch of Minneapolis guys all sitting there watching on a laptop because, of course, the bars at the airport were not showing the Vikings game.
What?
And we just sat around, and the flight was delayed, so we got to watch the whole freaking thing, and it was fantastic to see. A bit of a Band-Aid. It doesn't solve anything, but like what we've said is we just need to see J.J. McCarthy show some sign of progress, and we certainly saw it yesterday. So, I'm happy to say my yin-yang flip-flopping, I'm back to the flip. I'm leaving the flop behind.
Was there any point where you and Golden Smog all yelled out this at the airport?
9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
That would have been hilarious.
We did not, but...
Next
but
time.
You know what? I know we had a moment and we missed it, and I'm sorry to say it just didn't even occur to me. We were just in shock. We couldn't even process what we were watching.
I can imagine.
The opening drive. I mean, McCarthy went 4 for 4, 46 yards, and hit Josh Oliver. For everyone who had Josh Oliver first touchdown, I'm sure your odds were long, and congratulations.
All three touchdowns to tight ends. It was Nookie Blanky Day at the US Bank Stadium.
It certainly was. Hey, the Timberwolves have won 5 in a row after their win over the Clippers on Saturday night. The Wild, sad to say, got to turn things back around. So after that Edmonton win last week, they lost 4-1 to Calgary, and then Saturday night lost 4-2 to the Canucks. So what this means is, as long as we're not playing horrible teams, we're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, because they are. They're both awful. They never do well on this 4-team like West Coast trip. They never do well.
Yeah, that's a rough one. We got to get back. Got to get back to business, gentlemen. Let's see. Dallas at home Thursday night. Let's see. Dallas. That's right. That's the Stars, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's easy. That's an easy one there to get up for.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Coon Rapids, glad to have you with us this morning.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
It is December the 8th. A lot of shopping going on these days as we are knee-deep into the holiday season. But let's talk about not so much gift shopping, but just normal everyday shopping. Mm-hmm. The kind of shopping that involves possibly a self-checkout situation.
Okay.
According to a new report, over a fourth of us admit that we have stolen something from a self-checkout line. And I mean intentionally, not an oversight, but, no one's looking, whatever. I'll just take a few extra things and not scan them. Not only that, check this out. The people that are making 6 figures are far more likely to admit it than people making less. People who make over 100 GER a year, oh yeah, oh no, I've done that. I do it all the time. Much more, I'm not saying me, I'm saying they are happy to admit that they will take an item or two from the self-checkout line. Now, and I can say this, I've done this accidentally. I ran a whole checkout thing, and I was standing at the counter, and I could it's like it dawned on me. I was like, wait, I think I didn't hear a certain ding. Like, the doot, doot. Mm-hmm. And I was just in the middle of scanning everything, trying to get out of Lund's in a hurry, and I stopped and went, hang on, and I looked, and sure enough, I had one of those breakfast burritos, and it hadn't scanned, and I was like, that's really weird, and I looked around, and immediately it was like, I bet someone thinks I'm trying to steal this intentionally. I had the 1/10 of a second, all of the lifelong guilt by association or whatever it was, and then I pulled it out of the bag and scanned it again, and I looked around again, and of course no one knew. But I'm saying I You know what? And I'll tell you right now, the reason I would never do this, it's not because I'm some great moral person. The first thing that occurs to me is, how in the world would I explain that?
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, and I would say, if I had been popped, it was an honest mistake. I'm really sorry. I'm in here all the time. I'm not stealing stuff. But the idea that somebody could pull you, that's just so horrifying to me. And have you ever done this? Have you ever done it either intentionally or unintentionally? You get home and go, oh my God, I didn't pay for that. Brider, ever?
Oh, but it was with a cashier. Yeah, I accidentally took, at the bottom of the cart, I'd put like a dish drain or whatever.
Okay.
And I'd bought a bunch of other crap at Target, and I just walked out to my car and forgot to pay for that. And the cashier didn't catch it or anything.
You know what?
So.
That reminds me, I did like an entire case of water in the bottom of the cart once.
Yep.
And just went right through with a cashier and put it all right back in. I did the exact same thing, and never even occurred to me until much later. I was like, oh, there's no way they scanned that water. Like, and it was hours later, and I did not return the case of water. I was like,
okay.
It's a gimme. It's a mulligan. That's a long time ago, but yeah, that just, oh boy, I forgot all about that one.
Mine was
Fletcher?
very much like, I beat the system.
Yeah,
I'm winning today.
Fletcher, ever get away with something?
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly done it a few times over the course of my life, unintentionally, where you get home and you check the receipt for something and you realize, oh, crap, I got that, and that's not on the receipt. I don't think I could ever do it intentionally, just because it's like, the risk is just not worth it. You're going to get punished, whether it's a bag of Cheetos or $500 worth of stuff. And so it's like, like a $3.50 bag of Cheetos just isn't worth it to me to try to sneak that through the system. Like, my God, really?
One of my older brothers got popped for trying to, he went into a clothing store when this is 50 years ago and he was a teenager. And he was trying on a couple of shirts, and he left one of them on and put his jacket over it, thinking he could just walk right out. And he got busted. And the greatest thing, I just always thought this was so great, mall security or the store security, somebody pulls him into an office, calls my mom, says, come get your kid. And as it turned out, when they said, hey, come with us, he goes, what are you talking about? They said, you stole a shirt? And he goes, no, I didn't. And he said, I can't steal. I'm Catholic. And he was astonished that didn't work.
No, yeah.
He always was like, I thought for sure that guy would buy it. And it's like, that's not normally how that really works.
I got the Pope on my side.
That's exactly right. So also, by the way, in addition to people who make over six figures more likely to take an item or two, men far more likely to cheat than women. That's like 38% to 16%.
That checks out.
Millennials, the most the most likely of the age. Boomers, only 2% would admit to ever having done this. But the millennials are happy. 41% say, oh, sure, yeah.
Listen, we're in trouble financially, and $100 grand it doesn't go nearly as far as it used to. If you got 2 kids and a mortgage payment, that money's gone real fast.
Ain't no question about that, Paul.
And you know what else? I think an important distinction to make here is it's admit to it. Yeah. It's not do it or don't.
Oh, that's right.
It's admit to it. And the boomers would never admit to it because they'd be embarrassed. And you know what I mean? The shame that's been pummeled into them over their life, they could never possibly admit to it.
Curious if anyone else has a story they want to share on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line 651-989-ROCK. Oh, by the way, the rationale most people use for stealing from the checkout line, and have we ever unintentionally or intentionally by design taken something that we did not scan and then pay for? A whole lot of people admitting to having done this, specifically, most interestingly, millennials happy to admit they've done it, and people who make over 6 figures a year happy to admit that they've done this. People were given a bunch of the question was, what's the rationale? Why do you think it's okay to do this, or what fuels you to do this? The most common answer was simply the current financial climate, followed by price increases due to tariffs, or prices feel unfair. Okay, I mean, I get that. Prices do feel unfair. It's insane what groceries cost right now. At the same time, there's the other thing of stores are large, they're profitable. What's the big deal? I understand the thinking there. It's still hard to justify. It's like, well, but you're still stealing. This is how this goes. But here's the one that blows my mind. A lot of people said they feel justified because the lines are too long.
They're owed a kickback because they stayed in line too long?
I guess there's that one, and then my favorite. 14%, not one person, but 14% of people that said they have done this. They said, well, see, I was falsely accused of stealing in the past, so I figured, why not?
Oh, it balances out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not how
That's not how Double Jeopardy works.
Yeah, when you, being accused of something that you're innocent of, the great response would be to not then become guilty of that. I'm just going to say, generally speaking.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Well, he told me I cheat, so I guess I'll just cheat then. Like, well, no, you actually have control of your own life and your own decisions. Go figure. 651-989-ROCK is the Luther Volkswagen, West Side Volkswagen talking text line. Paul, any texts of note?
Yeah, Wally said when his youngest was a baby, he accidentally stole stuff frequently. Baby carrier goes in the cart. I'd find an item under the kid in the cart. After the second time, I was more careful about kid placement. You live and learn as a new parent.
Is Wally stealing or is the kid stealing? Let's be honest.
Come on, you always want to blame the kids.
I mean, you know, if the shoe fits, they're troublemakers.
It doesn't fit.
Yes, it does.
I'll say maybe your kids don't. Man, I raised a couple of criminals. What are you kidding?
When they're still in a carrier? Come on now.
Yeah. Gotta get them started early.
When they're young and innocent and can get away with it, of course.
Exactly. That's when the training sticks the best.
Okay, I'm not buying it, but okay.
There is no shortage of things that go awry when you introduce babies and toddlers to your everyday life. Let me tell you, a couple extra things in the cart, the least of your concerns. Seriously.
Right.
Man, no one's ready for that. No one's ready to be a parent until they've got at least 2 kids. Then you can sort of pretend you're ready for what's going on.
Right.
December the 10th, that's in 2 days, 5:30ish. We are going to be hanging, KQ, hanging out with you at the Loose Line Brewery in Plymouth.
All right.
Hell yeah. This is a recommendation from our digital manager, Christina, and she is a beer nerd, so I'm really looking forward to this.
I too am looking forward to this. I will get my beer nerd on at the drop of a hat. Therefore, my hat is on the floor. So if you want to come out, that'd be awesome. We're going to be at Loose Line Brewing in Plymouth, 5:30 on Wednesday. Come out, say hey, grab a brew. Let's have ourselves a little bit of a hootenanny. What do you say? And check this out. It's Merry Xmas today at Loose Line Brewing in Plymouth.
Okay.
A non-gala for free guitars for kids, featuring mini air guitar competition, silent auction, and live music from Ryan Smith from Soul Asylum and Ultra Bomb, Johnny Holm, GB Layton, and more. Party starts at 4 p.m. That's today. And your $25 ticket gets you a free beer as well. You can get tickets today at looselinebrewing.com. Head over there today and then head back on Wednesday at 5:30 to hang out with us. That sounds like a plan for the week.
Hell yeah. Do you guys know what Free Guitars for Kids does?
No idea,
but
I
give
imagine
free guitars to kids.
I'm thinking they give guitars to kids.
Yes.
That's shocking. It's right there in the title.
Pretty great thing to be doing.
We haven't done a hang in a while, so it'll be good to get out. And I checked the Loose Line website. They've also got great food. So you got the food and the beer. We are ready to go.
Yeah, Steve can tell you all the dirt, the behind-the-scenes stuff from the Golden Smog Show. So I'm excited about that, too.
So much dirt. Oh, my gosh. So much.
So scandalous.
When you get a bunch of dudes who've been doing it for 40 years together, you can't imagine the dirt that flies.
Oh, boy.
It's like the number of wake-up calls in everyone's phone. What time's the gig? Okay, I'm going to take a quick nap here. So that's going to be fun on Wednesday at 5:30.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
It is Monday, December the 8th, and Shirley Manson, Paul Fletcher's buddy in the band Garbage. Boy, she's getting into it down in Australia. Garbage is on tour. They came through the Twin Cities not that long ago. Famously said it would be their final ever North American tour. The economic realities of touring meant that they're not going to try this again. And I think maybe that just the general starting off a tour like that, she's been a little, it's kind of an upsetting time. Mm-hmm. She's a little chippy, a little crispy, a little burnt around the
agitated.
Edges. And so at a gig in Australia, an outdoor festival show in Australia, a few people had some beach balls going around in the crowd. I'm sure we've all seen that at a gig before. Someone brings in a beach ball, they blow it up. They bang it around. Shirley Manson, not a fan of the beach ball. Here she is on stage letting the crowd know exactly how she feels.
You guy with your big beach ball. Ooh, I'm so scared of you. So thrilled by you. What a douchebag. Like, it literally makes me want to beg people to go over there and punch you in the face.
Man.
It's disrespectful, and musicians have had enough. And we're fed up of not getting paid properly, and fed up of having to play for douchebags like you. You're a middle-aged man in a ridiculous hat. Literally want to ask people to punch you in the face. But you know what? I'm a lady, so I won't.
No holding back there.
No, she's letting loose. And by the way, Australia is the kind of place where everybody's, not too many people taking too many things seriously in Australia.
Right, they're not
my experience
high-strung.
has been. I guess there's a way to get the point across without having the audience turn on you. When she says, makes me want to tell people to come over there and punch you in the face, she lost a good bit of the crowd.
You
with
do
that
hear
one.
some boos, yeah.
100%.
And then picking up on, and then making fun of his hat. You're just a middle-aged man. I mean, there's probably a more effective way to get your message across, which is, hey, just so you guys know, we in Garbage really don't like beach balls bouncing around. So could you knock it off? You could try. At the same time, is she just spitting into the wind? Is there any way she could have done this and A, gotten the beach balls to go away, and then B, not sounded like quite the whatever it is she sounded like?
She sounded like a crotchety old woman is what she sounded like. Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino, and I'm a fan for decades.
Yeah.
But she basically said, "Get off my lawn," essentially is what she's saying up there. Holy crap.
My first thought on this is, I get it. It's because it's not the beach ball itself. It's the fact that everybody wants to hit the beach ball. It takes over. It's like a whole crowd of people suddenly going, squirrel, and they all look to the beach ball. And so you lose their focus, you lose their attention. But at the same time, it's a beach ball. It can't hurt. Nothing's going to happen. There are far worse things that could be happening in that crowd than people bashing around a beach ball.
They're having a good time, and that good time is created by you. Why don't you just enjoy the fact that people are there for you, and they want to have a good time?
I can tell you right now that I've seen far worse than beach balls. I've dealt with far worse. I'm curious, so who brings the beach ball to the gig? What's the thinking there? Oh, I know. I'll get a beach ball, and I'll blow it up, and we'll all have fun. I guess it's that simple. Crowd etiquette, weird things we've seen at concerts. I'm curious. 651-989-ROCK is your Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line. Are you one of the people that brings those things, or are you one of the people that enjoys them, or are you one of the narcs who's like, hey, man, no beach balls. Surely don't like them. Shirley Manson from the band Garbage laying into an audience member who brought a beach ball to the show.
How dare he?
How dare he?
Inconceivable.
Not a fan of the beach balls myself. It does distract. It can... Well, if you're on stage and you're playing a gig, I mean, a lot of it, you would hope there's muscle memory. You can deal with... things go wrong. You break a string, you drop a stick, whatever. You have a way to get through it. But projectiles, things in the air coming your way, that can really throw you off in a way you're not expecting. And a beach ball goes very slowly. But when a large spherical object hits your periphery, you might not recognize immediately, oh, it's going very slowly. You just see a large orb in the air, and it can throw you off. I mean, I get not enjoying the beach ball thing, but she went a little over the top, right?
Oh,
Do you have to kind of read the room on that? Is it one way if you're at some place like First Ave, and then another way if you're in Australia, which, reminder, they are in the middle of summer right now at a big outdoor festival.
Oh, yeah, absolutely a huge part of it. There's a few things that are just non-starters regardless of the context. Laser pointers would be one of those.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard that.
The guy or the girl in the crowd with the laser pointer should always be ejected immediately.
Okay,
That is just
that's fair.
so uncool. Mm-hmm. Pilots and people on stage. No one wants your laser pointer. Leave those alone.
You're an idiot.
At festivals in Europe, many times I've experienced this. Promoters would say things like, oh, well, if they throw things at you, that means they like you. And then if they throw things at you, that means they don't like you. And so it's kind of like, oh, so they're just drunk and throwing things. Okay.
Right.
I have had full unopened large cans of beer flying through the air. I almost got hit in the head with a giant Grolsch can that somebody must have had a slingshot with at a festival in Europe because it came from like 50 yards away. And those guys in Europe, they don't grow up throwing balls. Like they don't have the good news is when you're in Europe and you see somebody do something like, I'm going to throw more shoe at that band up there, they'll take off a shoe. A lot of shoes get thrown at festivals in Europe. You'll see someone pull their arm back and then you realize they've never played football or baseball and they just don't have the throw. A few, I guess maybe some team handball guys show up occasionally because they would make it to the stage. I did have, it was a gig in France of all places. I looked up and noticed coming right at me, as I said, an unopened large can of Grolsch beer. And I had to, duck my head, stop playing for a split second, but it felt like an hour to me. I just had to completely protect myself because it would have gone right off my dome. That was a little scary. A lot of shoes. The worst is the people that come in and then they have a container of alcohol that they've snuck in, and then they drink all that alcohol, and then they have to take a leak, but they're down in the trenches, and so they then take that bottle or that container, they fill it with their own urine, and then they throw that towards the stage.
Oh, no! Oh, jeez!
That's taking things a bit too far.
You've probably heard of Castle Donington, the legendary home of the Monsters of Rock in England.
Okay.
It's a tradition like no other. Just bottles of pee flying all around at Castle Donington.
I think in that scenario, Shirley's speech is appropriate.
Sure.
I think in that scenario, we just let women go to those shows.
But let me tell you something.
Problem solved.
And the first time we were there and we were told this could happen, the other thing that we were told was no matter what, do not mention it on the microphone. If you think 6 bottles of pee is bad, wait till 600 come your way.
Right.
Because you complain. Because that would mean you were soft. I tell you.
Yeah, it's that's a little over the line. That's a long way over the line.
There's one thing that's worse than all of them, though.
What's that?
Tambourines. I'm not kidding. It takes one person who walks into a gig with a tambourine and they never have any sense of rhythm or time, and they're just hitting that thing, having the time of their life, and it'll ruin the entire band's performance.
Oh my God!
Oh,
it's funny.
And a tambourine will cut through any PA. It's unbearable. Yeah, that's absolutely the worst. Trust me when I say I'd rather you throw a jar of piss at me than bring a tambourine and play off time. Maybe that's just me.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning, December 8th. As it is Monday, we are, of course, wrapping up putting the finishing touches on a Monday morning mixtape. Today's mixtape in honor of J.J. McCarthy. What's the music that you would play as he enters the facilities today after yesterday's very impressive performance in a shutout victory over Washington? What song would you play to welcome him back into the facility? Ryder, first one that came to mind to you.
Jumping in the Wayback Machine for some Love Potion number 9.
Love Potion number 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's
going to
pretty
be
strong.
Stuck in your head all freaking day, whether you like it or not.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm rejecting it.
Last song.
That's a good pick.
It's been a while since I heard a song that references 1956.
If only he was born in 2006, we could have changed the lyrics and made a parody.
Fletcher, what comes to your mind? First things first.
Well, a little context. I mean, this song is submitted constantly by a listener named Neil, but maybe never more applicable than it is today. And maybe even a little optimistic.
A little bit optimistic.
Hopefully you'll never be able to keep him down again.
Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
So let's see what else we got on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line, 651-989 Rock. Any text you want to share right now, Fletcher?
I'm going to do a close call for this one, which we're not going to put on the tape. Revolution 9.
Yeah, I'm
999. There it is. If you want to get in on side 2 or side 1 of the mixtape, we've got a couple spots left, so hit it up, 651-989 Rock. Let's start with side A, shall we? These are all so many great suggestions from so many of you on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line. Kicking it off with Wally in Brooklyn Center. A little Elton John. Oh, boy. I thought mine, even the losers, was rough. The bitch is back. Man.
It's a banger.
It is a banger.
I dig it a lot.
It's great. I mean, I guess because Elton John's singing about himself, it makes it okay. Someone would have to explain that one to JJ. Mm-hmm. By the way, JJ McCarthy he's 22 years old. Every now and again, I'm like, he's younger than my youngest kid.
He's a pup.
Yeah, man. Amazing. All right. Tubby, as well as several others, our buddy Tubby came in with this one. The Babies. Oh, man, what are you kidding? John Waite and the Babies back on my feet again. Sure. Man.
Brilliant selection.
My man John Waite can work his way through a tune. I tell you what, hell of a singer, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got coming up next. Ray came in, with Lowrider by War.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's always a song I'm happy to hear. What am I missing? Lowrider. What's the
I'm not really
difference?
sure.
You walk into any room and this is playing as your entrance music.
You know
Let's
what?
freaking go.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
He's also not, the tallest guy ever.
Ray or JJ?
Mm-hmm.
You can call me Ray. Or you can call me JJ.
Fair enough.
That's an odd one for a few people out there. Eric in Cottage Grove came in with a song by Drowning Pool called Bodies.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching both of you guys react to that one.
It has a bit of a climax there, an explosion, if you will.
There it was. And then Rachel finishing up side A with this little number, The Beautiful People. I think I've told you this before. We had neighbors for years that had a giant white poodle, and they walked that poodle for about 90 seconds at a time, 20 times a day. They're just kind of an odd couple. But they were just, I mean, at least once an hour, I'd look up and there they'd go, and there they'd go back to their house. And every time I would just say under my breath, or, to whoever's in the room, the poodle people. The poodle people. That was their thing.
That's great.
Side B, let's flip this tape over. Man, I tell you what, the old mixtape days, there was nothing better. Working up a mixtape, handing it off to somebody. How about this? The Mamas and the Papas coming in from Naomi with Monday. Sure. Sets a mood in a certain way. Yeah, man, come on.
Monday feels good after you get a win like that.
You listen to that and you just never would think they'd be doing that many drugs. But they were.
So many.
Jerry going to the Wayback Machine with the Captain and Tennille. He's not saying fundamentals or better processing will keep the team together. Nah, just good old-fashioned love, baby.
This one I can't see.
If J.J. McCarthy walked in with that song playing, that would be pretty funny.
Maybe
though.
he's a yacht rock dude. Who knows?
Could be. Let's see what David came in with. A little Jay-Z number. Big Pimpin'. Wow. Yeah. Come on, JJ. Get your big pimpin' on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the best fun fact about Jay-Z I know? He's never written down a lyric in his life. It's all in his head.
Okay.
So he gets in the studio and he's got an album's worth of lyrics in his head. Doesn't write anything down. Nuts.
That's impressive. That's that comes from a life of. I'm not talking out of school. I mean, that's when you're a drug dealer, you don't want to leave notes behind. You got to keep a lot of information in there.
That is accurate.
Actually, yeah.
Aerosmith. Oh yeah. Is JJ back in the saddle, or is he for the first time in the saddle?
If you're gonna count the Michigan years.
That's very true.
Well, and he had that comeback. He had the saddle at least for a minute.
All right, just saying, just making sure.
Hopefully he can keep the saddle.
Yeah, and JJ's like, I didn't know the intro was this long. Come on, guys. Okay, here it goes.
Walking slowly.
Man, yeah, he was like, I really should have listened to that one first. So there's your Monday morning mixtape. Thanks to everybody for chiming in. All right, we got a little bit of time left in the show today. We've got, in fact, just enough time for the last word. In 1816, a bunch of American soldiers started what was a 2-year process to build a powerful line of defense against a possible Canadian invasion. So after the War of 1812, Canada was still controlled by the British, and there was still a lot of concerns that maybe they would come at us again. And so just a quick note, next time you mess something up, we always say, you got to give yourself some grace. Just know, whatever you screw up at work today or at home today, it's probably not as bad as this. So for 2 years, soldiers had to build this fort. Bitter winters. They were hauling timber, carving out foundations, and then they proudly raised this new outpost off of Lake Champlain. And then it was so impressive that President James Monroe decided to go visit the new fort. And so in honor of the arrival of the president, of course, they wanted to make sure that the maps that they were using were all accurate, and they brought in surveyors.
Yeah.
And one of the surveyors actually had to look at President James Monroe and go, hey, yeah, this fort's in Canada.
Uh-oh.
And it's not just like sort of in Canada. It's miles deep in Canada. Sorry about that. And so then they left and had to return to the United States because we were not only intruding on the Canadian ground, we built a whole fort, which then, of course, Canada was able to, I guess, take over and enjoy themselves. So just remember, next time you hit reply all at a work email when you didn't mean to, it's okay. Bigger mistakes have been made.
That's mind-boggling.
So, when you want to ask yourself, like, surveyor? Who cares about a surveyor? No. They can be really helpful at times. That's all I got for you. What's happening tomorrow on this show? I'm glad you asked. Jesse Pierce is going to come in. We're going to talk about the Minnesota Wild. Long overdue. We got a 4-game homestand starting on Thursday. Yeah. And there will be a little game called Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, WTF Fletcher's edition. But now, what's up right around the corner?
11:45-ish, we go commercial free. It's how we do it. Also, queuing up Tom Petty, Wang Chung, and a song from a Minnesota artist that you may not really know the lyrics to because they've been changed live so many times.
Okay, fair enough. That's going to keep us guessing. I look forward to it. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.